Hi, it's Jessie. We're back, and we have got a completely amazing recipe tonight, Caesar salad dressing. I crave Caesar salad dressing, and restaurants never seem to do it the way I like it, but my daughter is the absolute queen of Caesar salad dressing, so I'm going to give it up to her in a second. Just want to remind you, busy day, in a hurry, get the pre-washed romaine, chop it coarsely, you're all set to go, and here we go, the great Caesar salad dressing recipe anywhere.
Okay, so in no particular order, I'm going to take you how to make this fabulous Caesar salad dressing. First, you're going to start with 3/4 of a cup of olive oil.
You know what? Let's name all the ingredients at one time.
Okay, we're going to use olive oil, Parmesan cheese, but you definitely want the powder kind. It makes it a lot easier to make. Also, if you have not a lot of time, it's way easier. Dijon mustard, definitely a favorite to make it spicy. Lots of lemons.
Well, but for this batch, we're just going to use one lemon, right? Unless you want to adjust it at the end, and she'll show you that also. So 1 lemon.
Garlic.
How many cloves are you going to use for this recipe?
Right now we're going to use 4. I like it a little more garlicky, and I adjust it when we're making it for our family for like 5 or 6 garlics, but right now I'm just going to make 4, which is what the regular recipe calls for. And then also you can either use anchovy fillets, but we like to use the anchovy paste that you can buy at the market.
Because it's easier.
And it's just as good.
And by the way, side note on anchovies. One of my sons is behind the camera. When he heard anchovies was in this, forget it. He wasn't going to eat it. This isn't make it without we're going to do the whole recipe for you. Make it without anchovies if you're opposed to it. Then put anchovies in and you will be, it makes it, all right? So don't be afraid of the anchovies. And then,
also, we as a family add Worcestershire sauce. You absolutely don't have to do it.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
I don't know what it is. I just pour it in. That's fine. We only use a little bit of it because that's how we like to taste, but it's not what the regular recipe calls for. So again, you can add whatever you want. So I'm going to start by putting everything in the little Cuisinart thing. We're going to start with 3/4 of a cup of olive oil.
We are going to sort of run down the measurements tonight because this recipe is so good. You really do want to get it exactly how we do it, or she does it anyway.
Okay, and then I already pre-measured 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. This is powdered, so make sure it's powdered before you do it, otherwise the measurements will be different.
Or really finely grated, powdered, finely grated, whatever.
Okay, and then the recipe also calls for about 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, so I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons. I like it way spicier, so I do more sometimes, but you can do whatever you want.
And we're going to come back and taste it, and we're going to adjust. It's always easier, by the way, there goes the 2 spoons of Dijon mustard. It's always easier, by the way, and this is going to sound really ridiculous, to add. You can't take ingredients out of a recipe, okay? So it's always easier to add. So we did the Dijon. We've got the oil, the olive oil, the Dijon, 1/2 cup of very well grated Parmesan cheese. Thank you. And then now what?
Now I'm going to put the 4 garlic cloves in. Again, I like it garlickier, but that's okay. We'll do the regular way this time. So I already have
This is pretty garlicky though.
Yeah, no, it's always going to be pretty garlicky, but I like it super garlicky. Okay, now we are going to put in 1 whole lemon. So I'm going to do that.
Oh, I put the fork out for you if you want it. Oh, also, remember what I say about seeds? Do we care that they go in there? No. Ever heard about roughage? I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. Why is everybody so opposed to what's already in the fruit or the vegetable, which are seeds? So in we go. This is actually sort of a small lemon, don't you think?
Yeah.
So we're going to, again, come back, taste test it, and see what we got.
Okay, now for the anchovy paste, the original recipe calls for the anchovy fillets, and if you're doing that route, then you put 8 in. But for this, and if you buy this anchovy paste, you'll know what it feels like to squeeze this. It's kind of hard to squeeze it. So if you do 2 big squeezes, or 1, 2, it adds up to like about 1 teaspoon.
Let's see if we can see this. No, this looks really weird. We're not going to do this. But also, you know what? You can also squeeze it into a tablespoon size spoon or an actual tablespoon. So, but again, We want you to be creative. We want you to start living in your kitchen again. So now what do we do?
Now I'm just going to add a little bit of Worcester sauce. I would say about half a tablespoon is what I use. So
That's
what I'm
much?
gonna do. Yeah. And I always adjust it afterwards to see how it tastes. So.
No.
Okay, and now we are ready to blend it, and then afterwards we'll see how it tastes and add more or less of certain ingredients.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the Cuisinart on. You don't have to listen to this. We're gonna come right back, but we are going to Cuisinart it until it is a really silky smooth mixture. Now obviously it's gonna be, I shouldn't have said silky smooth because there's a lot of heavy duty stuff in here, the cheese alone. Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay, so it tastes really great, but I'm going to tell you how to make a few adjustments. Like if you think it's too thin, which means there's a little bit more olive oil in it than you like, then you would add a little bit, like half a tablespoon of mustard to it, which makes it a little bit thicker. I would also add lemon at that point also, which balances the taste out. If you think it's too spicy, which this is a little spicy, but we love it, we don't have a problem with that, you can add a little bit more olive oil, a little bit more lemon. You can do whatever you want, really. This is an awesome recipe. If you just do the original and then taste it afterwards, you can make any change you want. It'll still taste great.
Yeah, and it's all about balance. Not too anchovy or salty-ish, not too lemony, not too oily. So get in there, guys. This is what this is about, right? I will also say that we usually make double this recipe, but we didn't want to complicate it tonight. We make double the recipe, and we usually put it in one of these shaker bottles because obviously in the refrigerator it's going to separate a little bit, etc. So we put it in one of these shaker bottles. This one's called blender bottle. We get them at the market. We've got like 5 of them. We use this is a great little device. We use it for a lot of different things, including after we have blended our Vi shakes in the morning. We put them in this, and if it gets a little frozen, we just shake it up and well off. This entire salad, which looks huge, is going to be gone tonight because we're totally into Caesar salad dressing. Thank you for teaching us. Thanks for being here. Have a great night. See you soon.